name is Ryan Oxenhorn. I'm the owner of Ox Audio in Philadelphia. I've been the owner here for 6 years, going on 7 now. Started the business completely from scratch on my own, and I've been in the industry for 18 years. And I know that seems like a long time, but then you look and you see a lot of guys that were in the industry for 35, 40 years, and it's like, wow, it makes you wonder what it was like back in the late 70s, early 80s. It was probably a lot easier than it is today. My installation specialty would have to be custom fabrication, as well as OEM integration. I think that's the biggest part of the future coming up. You have to know what these factory radios or amplifiers are doing, or you're never going to get a car to sound the way it should. You might get it to sound a little better than it did, but you're not going to get it up here. You're going to get it here, and it's got to be to the top. That's how we try to do everything. So my guys think that I am nuts, because I think they're the ones that are crazy. You got to raise the bar. If I don't raise the bar for them, then they're not going to raise the bar for themselves. And that's the only way that I can look at it. I can remember being 17 and building my first fiberglass enclosure. I actually worked at Best Buy at the time. I did it on the side, not on the side, but just late at night after all the cars were done. But I basically built a 12 by 12 square, and then I cut out my rig with a jigsaw, suspended it up with a couple poles, and I had a big giant volcano. Today I look at that, and that's a stepping stone. You could step right on that thing and move up to the next step, but basically everything we try to do now tries to look OEM as we can. I mean, if somebody wants something crazy in a show car, we'll do it, absolutely. That's what we're here for. But I think our biggest thing is to try to make stuff look as factory as it can, but still have an aftermarket twist to it, our twist. Jamie Palifax, I think, is one of the best installers. Eric Markland, Tom Miller, Brian Schmidt, John Brettel, Justin Marks, McNulty, Ada. Those guys have helped me out so much just with everyday questions. I know I can call Ada up on a whim and he's there. He'll call me back if he's busy. He's always busy, but either way, those guys are always there. And the syndicate group is a great helping hand for anybody in the industry. As long as you're nice to everybody else, they'll be nice back to you, and that's what it's all about here. I'd say my biggest challenge in the past year would have to be time management and feeling like you never have enough time. I have an 8-year-old daughter, a 3-year-old son, and a lot of times I'll have a customer show up at 4:45 or 5:05 or 15 minutes after 5 when we close at 5, and then I have to spend time demoing that vehicle to the customer. Well, really all I want to do is hop in my car, drive home, and see my kids for an hour or two before they go to bed, and it gets really difficult. I know it's not like a big tragic life moment. It's not one of those types of challenges, but it's an everyday challenge that you have to learn to basically just manage your time and make it happen, and I need to do better at it. What I would like customers to remember most about visiting our shop is that they got the most for their money within their budget, that we will look out for them until the day their car dies. It doesn't matter if it's a 1962 Pinto, I don't know if they made a Pinto in 62, but, or if it's a 2019 brand new BMW, whatever it is. We just want them to be happy. All of our labor we warranty as long as the customer owns the vehicle. Products are manufacturer's warranty. If they bring something to us, we'll still install it. We're not going to warranty our work, but we'll still put it in. But basically, as long as the customer leaves here with a smile on their face, and a month comes down the line, a year goes down the line, they still have that same smile on their face because they remember that there's nobody here in this city that's going to do what we're going to do for them. They're not going to do it as good as we're going to do it for them. And that's really what it comes down to for us. How would my coworkers describe me? Let's find out. Chris,
Who?
how would you
Bud.
describe me?
How would I describe you? Oh, wow. Kind of like the mastermind behind the madness of this customization.
Not like an anal.
No, not at all. Just like the scientific you know, get things done kind of guy. But right now, I'm busy doing some custom work.
So not anal and neurotic and... I guess not.
No, not at all.
I was expecting something different. I feel like I should be part of the top 50 installers because I've worked at this for a really, really long time. And I haven't necessarily worked at being a top 50 installer per se, but I've worked at being the best that I can be for myself and for my business and for my family. I've learned that even though you think there's one way, there's still 8 other ways to do something. Some of them are better, some of them are worse, but finding the best way to keep moving on with that is what I like to try to figure out. I also realized that doing things the easy way is usually not the best way, and then doing things the hard way is usually a lot better than doing things the easy way. So if it takes me an extra hour to do something to make a customer have a smile on their face when they leave here, I'm gonna go that extra hour regardless of whether we're getting paid for it. I know we should, but... Moving through some of my tools. Let's start over here actually. DA sanders, about 4 different air staplers, brad nailers, air saws, grinders, die grinders, straight grinders, whatever. A lot of paints and stuff like that down bottom. Bondos, fiberglass bondos, fiberglass. All right, moving on to the big box. Regular drill, impact drill. They've been through hell and back. They still work. Aussie iron, the best soldering iron I have ever bought. Worth every penny of it. Thank you, Marty Dean. Blue Point torch. Is that for heat shrink? Wrenches, one's out of place, that'll make me nuts. It's an 8mm. Should go over there. Moving over here, half-fist extensions, which was a Christmas present from my installer to me, so thank you, Chris. Autel clips, in case we break one. They do break. They're plastic. This is important. This is very important and everybody should have this. So what this is every resistor starting at 1 and they work your way up and they go all the way up to 2150K. Test tools, monitor for testing OEM backup cameras, aftermarket backup cameras, whatever, any type of video signal, power probe, CompuStar programmer, clamps, couple of meters in here, we got some more over there, bit writer, test the interior, Scotch 33, it's all we use, test the exterior, couple tone generators. Over in this corner of the shop, this is our newly acquired Glowforge laser cutter slash engraver, which will make anything that you cannot make by hand. So, for instance, I don't have any tool in this shop besides this that could make this type of grill. This is our one interface for it, the only one. Then coming over here, we also have our RTA set up through the MacBook, which comes through our big screen. So for tuning, we just use our DM RTA, which is in the box right down there. And we'll basically take the DM RTA, plug it up to there, run our mic over into the car. Depending what type of processor, we'll either, Bluetooth it or get out of the car and set it that way and just watch it up here on the big screen, and that's how we do. This one is from when I went to Mobile Solutions, where I cannot thank Brian Schmidt and everybody else there and DAS. I cannot thank them enough for that. I actually won that trip, which has changed my life as an installer.